Welcome to Talk to Anna ****. This is slow English for your heart and mind. Take a deep breath, get comfortable, and let's begin. Have you ever spent years studying English, but still felt nervous when someone asked you a simple question? Maybe you know hundreds of vocabulary words. Maybe you've memorized grammar rules. Maybe you've even passed English exams. But when it's time to speak, your mind suddenly becomes quiet. You know the words. You know the grammar. But somehow, you just can't find your voice. If that sounds familiar, I want to tell you something. There is nothing wrong with you. And no, it doesn't mean you're bad at English. It might simply mean you've been learning English the way school teaches it, but real life speaks a little differently. When we're at school, English often becomes a subject. We study for tests. We memorize vocabulary because it might appear on an exam. We learn grammar because we need the correct answer. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. School gives us an important foundation. Without that foundation, learning English would be much harder. But here's the thing. Language is not only something we study. It's something we use. We use it to tell stories, to order a coffee, to laugh with friends, to travel, to comfort someone, to say, "I'm proud of you," or simply to ask, "How was your day?" Those moments don't feel like exams. They feel like life. I remember meeting a woman at a small cafe one afternoon. She had studied English for almost 10 years. Her grammar was excellent. She could explain tenses better than most people. But when the waiter smiled and asked, "How's your day going?" she froze. Not because she didn't understand. She understood every single word. She just wasn't used to answering. Later, she laughed quietly and said, "I've studied English for years. But I've never really lived in English." That sentence stayed with me. Because maybe that's what many of us are missing. We spend so much time learning about English that we forget to actually use it. If I were learning English today, I would still study grammar. I would still learn new vocabulary. But I wouldn't stop there. I would listen to English while making breakfast. I would watch simple stories before bed. I would repeat sentences out loud. I would describe what I see while walking outside. I would talk to myself if nobody else was around. Not because it's strange, but because every sentence is another small step forward. I would stop asking, "Is my English perfect?" and start asking, "Can someone understand me?" Because communication is not about perfection. It's about connection. Think about children learning their first language. They make mistakes every single day. Sometimes they use the wrong words. Sometimes their sentences don't make sense. But nobody expects them to be perfect. They simply keep talking. And because they keep talking, they keep improving. Maybe we should learn from them. Maybe it's okay to sound awkward sometimes. Maybe it's okay to make mistakes. Because mistakes are not the opposite of learning. They are part of learning. The truth is, you don't become fluent just by finishing another grammar book. You become fluent by hearing thousands of sentences and speaking thousands more, little by little, day by day, conversation by conversation. One day, you'll notice something beautiful. You'll answer a question without translating. You'll tell a story without overthinking. You'll smile because English no longer feels like homework. It feels like your own voice. So don't stop learning the English you study in school. Just remember to bring it into your everyday life. Read stories. Listen to podcasts. Watch movies. Speak whenever you have the chance. Because language was never meant to stay inside a classroom. It was meant to help people understand each other. Thank you for listening to Talk to Anna. If today's story helped you learn English or made your day a little brighter, please like this video and subscribe to Talk to Anna. Your support helps me create more slow English stories for learners around the world. Take care of yourself, keep learning slowly, and I'll see you in the next story.